Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a catch up with me video where I will be showing you 3 of my April spreads because I am really trying to catch up in this planner. But I chose one spread from April that I want to make an actual plan with me video for, and the other 3 spreads I'm going to put in this video. This spread is from my latest plan with me. I do have a plan with me, I think it's a double plan with me that I have filmed, but I have not even started editing, and those take me a really long time. So I wanted to do this video to try to get this up quickly and have something on my channel until I get my double plan with me up. So this week is the end of March, getting into April, but the first spread that I will be going through in this video is I used this kit from Nikki +3 called the Lilac Beauty, and I will say that in this video, all the spreads that I did, I'm kind of sad that I wasn't able to do a plan with me because I just love how they turned out, but I also will say that I was able to plan all over the spread, so it was kind of nice to not have to do one thing at a time or like the order that I normally do it, because it was just nice to be able to go all over the place and put in the things that I really wanted and then fill in after that. But all these spreads, I love how they turned out, and once they're done, I'm just like, oh, I wish I could have had a full plan with me, but I just know it's not possible for me to actually do all of it in time. But I will zoom in and we can go through. Alright, so I am going to be trying my best to point out some stickers that I'm using. I might not get through all of them. I tried to use a lot of what's in this kit since there are so many stickers and there are a lot of icons that I could use that match, so I do try my best to do that. But as far as the setup, all I could really see is that this April script is from the Glitter Mama, and I'm pretty sure everything else is from the kit, including the date dots. So going back to April 4th, PJ was going back to school after spring break, so it's always kind of a hard transition to try to go back to school, and it's crazy because now we are in August and PJ is actually going back to school after summer break, so it's kind of funny to see that. It was Coffee Monday. This is from, actually both of these are from Sticky Bow Babies, this one as well, and her shop is back, so that has been exciting to see her come out with lots of new kits lately. This divider is from Nikki +3, but it is, I think I purchased it on a $2 Tuesday that she had that she was trying occasionally. I just love how it matches her kit so nicely, and did some editing, texted my friend. This is my friend who is going to be getting married at the end of the year, so it's been exciting to just hear about the whole wedding planning process. We went on a family walk, and on the walk, PJ was saying, we were playing I Spy, and PJ said, I see something slanted and green and brown, and I thought that was so funny because we just look up and see this really slanted tree, and it just made me laugh a lot. At the bottom here, I did add a day extender. I used the extra full box checklist from the kit and just wrote out a list of things I did this day. I was in my feelings. This is from Once More with Love, and I went to bed early. The sticker is from Planning Like a Pro. So on Tuesday, this was my cousin's birthday. I did some more editing. Couch time. The stickers from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo, as well as this one, and this one is from Planning Like a Pro. family Zoom with my sister. These stickers are from Fox and Pip. And Happy Mail. On Wednesday, it was my nephew's birthday, my cousin's son's birthday, and we also had therapy this day. We normally have it on Fridays, so I can't remember exactly why. I think we were doing Wednesdays for the month of March, and this maybe was like the last Wednesday that we were gonna do. I uploaded a video, FaceTime my sister. We went to the playground with the boys and went on a family walk. On Thursday, I started reading The Home Edit, which is a show. Initially, I started watching on Netflix, and then I found out that they had some books. So I bought the books, and it's all about cleaning and decluttering your house, which I wish I could say that I've been able to do that, but I have mainly slowly been decluttering, getting rid of things, but not really doing the full reorganization of the house yet. There's not enough time for me to do everything. But I also booked our hotel. I believe this was for visiting my brother, and read to the boys, recorded a voiceover. This evening I had been invited to join Darshell's Easter book party online, so that was really exciting. And I purchased some books for the boys. I FaceTime my sister and my brother. The sticker is from Pumpkin Paper Co., and then this one is from Hello Petite Paper. Friday, I have my full box. This was the day that we did our taxes, and I think it was later in the day, but I think I had laid the stickers down first and filled it in, and that kind of was how that's where I wanted that sticker to go, so that's where I put it. I cleaned the house probably in the morning, and my mom came over to watch the boys while we did our taxes. We went on a long family walk, and we did a movie night, watched Encanto. The stickers from Fox and Pip, Once More Love, TheCoffeeMonsterzCo, and the script is from Station Stickers. For the weekend banner, I used a lot of Simply Gilded washi and then some of the strips from the kit. I really love how this one turned out. Actually, this washi is from Sadies Stickers. I had received that in the Advent from this past year. So for Saturday, I slept in. This from Fox and Cactus. I think I had told PJ the night before that he really needed to clean his room, but since we were doing movie night and we kind of were outside for a long time that evening, we kind of made a deal that he would do it when he woke up. So he woke up early this day. He cleaned his room. I was really proud of him. I did some laundry, and I started assembling the boys' Easter eggs. This sticker I think I cut it out from Hello Petite Paper. It was probably like an egg dyeing sticker, and I just cut the eggs out and put those together. On Sunday, I have my full box here, and then we did church, Hello Petite Paper. We rode bikes with the boys, White Deer Stationery, And then my mom brought some Easter gifts for my boys from my cousin, so that was exciting for them. But yeah, that is this spread. I will go through all the leftovers. I believe this was the only add-on that I purchased. Here's a little sticker that I had cut the eggs out of. I really love the purple pink combination. I feel like I don't use this bright purple very much in my spreads. So this was the week before Easter, and then here is Easter week. I will zoom out a little more. So for this kit, I actually changed my mind on this kit so many times, and at the last minute I decided to use this kit from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo. This kit is called Fresh Start, and it was definitely a last minute change. I had chosen some other kits. I really wanted to use yellow in the week of Easter, but I really don't purchase that much yellow, so I was using some other kits that weren't really Easter themed or related. Like some of them were even summer kits, but they just kind of looked like pastel Easter kits to me, or pastel Easter colors, but all of the images and the full boxes were definitely summer themed. So I, at the last second, decided to use this one, and this kit is definitely an old format. Didn't have any bottom washi, so I pulled in this washi from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo and Simply Gilded, and it didn't have date covers, so I pulled in these from Simply Gilded, and the date dots are from Sadies stickers. And there were just a lot of different types of elements in this kit. So that was, I think this kit, or this week, was going to be one of the plan with me's that I was going to do for April, and I changed my mind because when I decided to use this kit, I knew that it was going to be a bit tougher to basically spread out all the stickers and make sure I had enough. So I wanted to be able to do like different days and not feel stressed about planning everything in order. So I decided to put this one in this catch up with me, and that way I was able to work on the spread on my own and just go all over the place and get different things done all at the same time. So this one was really fun for me to do. I don't think I would have been able to do it as well if I was doing the plan with me and actually going in order. So I'm happy that I used this one, and yeah, let's get into the week. I did have to pull in some like habit trackers from Sweet Kawaii Design because I didn't this kit didn't have any. And then for the monthly section, I used a hanging sign from Sadies stickers. The script is from the Glitter Mama, and then I think these fence stickers are from the Pretty Pink Co. I just thought that would be really cute to use for the week of Easter. I ended up putting in these floral trims from Sadies stickers. I had 7 left, so I kind of left one on Monday to see if I liked how it went with the full boxes, and I feel like the colors just really go. Obviously would have been better with some pink in there, but that's really the best that I could do with these date covers. Initially I was just gonna have the white on top, but it's really hard to see the white, so I thought that the floral trims would be a nice little addition. And I also decided to add a little washi banner here because I actually will show you when I pulled washi for the spread. I had so much washi that I could choose from, and I even had more to choose from, but this was what I narrowed it down to. And as you could see, it's way wider than the weekend would be. So I decided to make another little one on the side and use some of the leftovers and just use as much of the washi that I could, especially since I had so much extra room in the sidebar. But on Monday, this was a cold day. I marked that in my notes because it was very odd. It was starting to get warm, but this day was very obviously much colder. And I think PJ had been not taking a sweater, but this day he definitely needed it. It was Coffee Monday. I really tried to use as many TheCoffeeMonsterzCo stickers in the spread as possible. That's kind of partly why I love using kits from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo, but I also thought it would be really fun to use all of this like Easter. The only Easter type of stickers I really have are from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo or from, I have like a couple from Waitress Stationery, but not really enough. I think one is right here. Just some really cute ones, but not as cute as these type of stickers. Like these are very specific to Easter. So that's kind of what gave me the idea to try to find a kit from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo. I saw the yellow in this kit and I was like, okay, that's perfect. I've been wanting to use this one for quite a while, so why not pull it in for Easter? So this script is from Station Stickers. All of my scripts that are non-foiled are going to be from Station Stickers, although I don't think I used too many in this spread. I had received some Happy Mail. I did a poll on Instagram for my Sweet Coin Design planner, and I asked which kit to use for the week of Mother's Day. I had so many different options that I could choose from, and that was really helpful to see what everyone else thought. And I put together the boys' Easter baskets. I had all of the things for the baskets for a while, but for some reason I was just waiting for the week of Easter to put them together so that I could mark that in my planner. I don't know if any of you do that also, but I just thought it would be nice to do as many Easter related things in this week as possible. We went on a family walk with our dog this evening, and for a while I was hesitant about taking our dog with us on walks because there are just random moments where he surprises me and he's not very well behaved. He doesn't listen. He just gets really excited about other dogs, and he's really strong. So when my husband's with us, I let Jax go with us because I know he'll listen to him a lot better than he does with me, at least when he's that excited. But of course, I think during this week, I don't remember the last time that he was not able to listen, but he's just like an angel when my husband goes. But anyways, I have a little to-do list: doing dishes, planner time, and Target run with the boys. So Tuesday I did laundry, put away the laundry, and tidied up. I really loved using some of these spring stickers. I had all the stickers out next to me while I was planning to try to use all the spring related stickers, and I also pulled in these overlays from Station Stickers. They were spring overlays, and I think the kit initially I was going to use was silver foil, so it was nice to have this kit kind of really matched the gold foil, so I could use those. And a lot of the more empty full boxes, I was like, when else am I gonna have full boxes that are perfect with overlays? Because most of the kits I have are foiled, so I don't ever get to use these overlays, but I just love how they look in these full boxes. So on Tuesday in the morning, we were running late, and with PJ, I'm usually like able to give him a time. He sticks to the schedule really well, but this morning he just wasn't wanting to get dressed. He just would rather play, and I try not to make mornings stressful, so I don't want to repeat myself a million times and get irritated. So I was trying my best to just be calm and remind him that we're running late and we're running out of time. But it was definitely a rush once he was dressed. We had to rush to school, which is never a nice feeling. I did some editing, and this day I binge watched The Ultimatum. I can't remember, I watched Love is Blind, and they were promoting The Ultimatum at the end of that show, and I was like, nah, I'm not really interested. And then one of the podcasts that I listened to started talking about The Ultimatum, and they said, if you haven't watched it, if you like Love is Blind, you should probably just go ahead and watch it and then come back to the podcast and listen to it. So I was like, okay, fine. And that's when I started to binge watch the show, and I'm pretty sure that like a couple, I think on Thursday was when the reunion was happening, so it was kind of like the perfect time to binge watch it because I didn't have to wait to see what happened very long. Another family walk with our dog on Wednesday. So this morning PJ was up at 5. He wasn't feeling well. I decided not to send him to school, and I have mentioned this in a lot of my videos, but whenever PJ gets sick with anything, he has been throwing up every time. So normally, like, that's what starts his illness. So basically, no matter what illness he has, if he has a fever or he has an upset stomach or if he has like a cold or anything, it always, at least this past year, it always starts with him throwing up for like 7 to 12 hours. So that's what happened again this day, although it didn't start until like 11 a.m. So that was a little interesting because normally once he's not feeling well, it happens right away. So this was one of the times where it kind of took a while, and I wasn't sure if he was going to throw up. And then 11 a.m. was when it started, and it lasted about 7 hours, I would say, at least as far as my notes say. So yeah, this was a sick day for him, and those are always really tough because I have to keep Benny separated, wear a mask, make sure he doesn't get sick. I have another overlay. I marked some one-on-one time with Benny. I think when PJ was napping, I went out and made sure I really spent quality time with Benny because he gets so sad. Definitely he has definitely gotten used to like understanding what has to happen when PJ gets sick, but still gets pretty lonely, I guess, for everybody. Everyone just kind of feels isolated. I went to sleep early with PJ this night. On Thursday, so in terms of him getting sick, I had been told by the nurse that when he throws up, he cannot go back to school until he had not been throwing up for 24 hours, and so he was not able to go to school on this day, on Thursday. And even though he's like feeling better, he's starting to recover like I said, it was like 7 hours, so about 6 p.m. the night before. And so this day was just like the recovery day, reintroducing food, making sure that his stomach is, you know, kind of getting used to foods again. So lots of cleaning, and of course calling the school to let them know. Love this overlay. PJ was definitely feeling better, and did some editing and planner time. And then this evening we started packing. I was a little nervous about going to see my brother and sister, but they were okay with us coming to visit. So far, PJ didn't really have any other symptoms. I think he may have eventually gotten a runny nose or some like congestion, but nothing else besides that. So my brother and sister still wanted us to come, and they were okay with us visiting on Friday. So on Friday, there was actually no school at PJ's school. I think it was called April Recess, and I think it was just like a teacher prep day or something. I'm not really sure, but yeah, PJ had no school for a few days. Pretty long weekend. So we finished packing and we drove to my brother's house. On the drive there, we watched Encanto, and then we still had some time, so we ended up watching the Goofy movie, and PJ really liked it. Benny not so much, but PJ was like, that's my new favorite, one of his new favorites. We immediately went to go get Raising Cane's, and then we checked into what we call the new hotel. We had been going to one hotel for a while we were visiting my brother, and then we switched to a different one after some issues, so we call it the new hotel, and the boys just love going there. So we checked in there first, just to get our stuff in the room and kind of rest a little bit before going to see my brother and sister. We played some games with them and had pho for dinner. On Saturday, so for my weekend banner, I used, I used some washi from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo. These 3 are from the kit, and then some from Simply Gilded, and then this one is from Hello Petite Paper. I really wanted to use mainly, I had so many washi options for this kit, but I wanted to use the ones that had gold foil, and then obviously TheCoffeeMonsterzCo, I wanted to pull some of those in, but I really love this old style weekend banner. On Saturday, we got some Chick-fil-A breakfast. That is one thing I miss about living close to a Chick-fil-A. I loved going there and getting breakfast, but now we kind of only do it when we go visit my brother. We went to the park, the playground, and we did a hike to a tunnel bridge. This was Easter weekend, so there were kind of a lot of people there, but it was a really cool park, and there was a lot of space, and this playground had a lot of different things than they had ever seen, so it was really cool to see just what they enjoyed and the different things that they liked about it. Then, like I said, we did this hike, and it was just a fun morning. My brother had been excited to show us this park and hike for quite a while, so it was finally happening. My husband and I were having our dating anniversary on the 18th, so we I think my sister had suggested that we go to the movies or something, since they were able to watch The Boys. So we picked an afternoon movie so that it wasn't, I don't know, I feel like I get stressed out about leaving the boys. So I didn't want it to be like, I also didn't want to go to the movies at night. I just rather go at the least busy times. So we went to watch The Batman. I'm pretty sure this movie came out on HBO Max or on HBO like the next week. So it was kind of funny, but still nice to watch it in theaters. There was nothing else that I really wanted to watch, and that was available in the afternoon. So that was just a nice little date, and it was like one of the first times we went to the movies, I think. We also ordered Benihana. One of the things that I miss about living where we used to live in Washington and then also in South Carolina, but in those cities that we lived, there were hibachi restaurants that I really loved, and those were like probably my favorite restaurants from those places. So I really was craving something like that, and there was a Benihana that was kind of one of the options close by that delivered, and my husband didn't really want to drive anywhere. He wanted to order takeout and have them deliver it, which we rarely ever do, but you know, he was like, it's our anniversary dinner, let's just, you know, let's order it in and see how it is. I had never been to Benihana, so I wasn't even sure if I would like that place. Turns out not a huge fan. I don't know if it was just because it was like not in person or if it was from the drive, but definitely not gonna be going back. But it was still nice to try it out. So yeah, that pretty much ended the night. I'm sure there was more games that we played that evening. So on Sunday it was Easter. I used this Happy Easter overlay, which was on the same sheet as these other overlays from Station Stickers. We did an Easter egg hunt at my brother's in the morning, and then we met up with some of my friends from college. So the two that are getting married at the end of the year, we met up with them, and it was just really nice to see them and have lunch with them. And the boys are, I don't know if they had met Benny before. Maybe he was a baby the last time they saw him. So it was just cool to see them interact with both of them now that they're both bigger and talking. It was just really fun, and my boys loved meeting them, and they were talking about them coming over to our house, and they just couldn't wait to see them again. These are definitely some friends that I wish lived close by. I also marked that we played Go Fish and Crazy Eights while we were like waiting for our lunch, and that was a lot of fun. Below that I wrote that the boys love their Easter baskets, and then I just marked some family time. But we had a really nice Easter, and I think this was our first Easter away from our house, so it was kind of nice to not have the stress of trying to entertain and have everything clean and make food and stuff. So it was nice to be at my brother's and to just do all the Easter related things with them. But that is this spread. So here are all the leftover stickers. I'll definitely be saving these washi stickers for icons. And then I did have a lot of little boxes. I did notice that in this kit there weren't that many like quarter size boxes, but I loved having these washi strips with like the designs. So I feel like it kind of worked out in the end. I was a little nervous about not having enough boxes, but it definitely worked out, and I just love these colors for Easter. They're really perfect for this week. So the next week I will be skipping. That is going to be the plan with me. I have not started that one yet. But then I am jumping to the last week of April, April 25th through May 1st. And I'm using a kit from The Giving Girl called Rainy Day Blooms. It is in silver foil. This was the first kit from The Giving Girl that I purchased, and I purchased it last year, I believe. So I'm pretty sure the format has probably changed quite a bit. This kit was definitely a different style of format that I was used to, so I was a little nervous using it and kind of having to use these flags instead of the boxes that I'm used to. So that kind of made it easier for me to want to do this on my own and try to figure it out. Like I said, just work all over the spread and do certain things that I knew for sure that I wanted to put down. But yeah, everything, I think everything is from the kit. I actually cut this out from the bottom of this sticker page to add above this washi banner that's in my sidebar. There weren't a ton of headers, so I wanted to be able to use them at the top of the spread and then also above the full boxes. So I had to figure out a different header style to put into the sidebar. I think the date dots are from Panda Bird Design, Glitter Mama script, and then everything else is from the kit. So like I said, this week we had skipped a week, but I'm starting with just a little to-do list. I really love the style of checklist that she has. Just so cute. I just love it so much. These bows are adorable, and I just had a lot of fun with them. Normally I had been kind of staying away from checklists unless they were really the only option in the older formatted kits, but in this case I just really loved how these checklists look, so I wanted to use as many as possible. Just did some housework, editing, making a thumbnail for a video. I did a workout. My husband went to lunch with his brother and then met up with their family. My husband's brother, he moved to Texas and he was visiting for this weekend. I think he was coming for a wedding or something, so my husband was excited to see him. I think we tried to meet up the day before and that didn't work out, so my husband just went after work to go have lunch with him and then ended up staying longer to just catch up with everyone. I uploaded a video, and then my husband fixed our dryer. The sticker is from Fox and Pip. On Tuesday, so Benny had a meltdown about a jacket. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it isn't very common that Benny has a meltdown and that we have to like talk through everything, but I think it was extra difficult because it was like when PJ was going to school, so I wasn't able to talk through it in the time that he probably wanted, so that might have made it just more distressing for him. So we had to wait till PJ was at school and then we came home and we could talk about everything. But again, I have another checklist and laundry. I think I had received a phone call saying that PJ had failed a vision screening with the district, so they wanted me to schedule an appointment with his doctor to get his vision tested, and I scheduled his appointment right away, and I figured I would also compile like all of his sick days because I was really starting to get concerned. I started to look through my planner to see like all the sick days that we've had this school year, and I knew that it mainly started after he started kindergarten, but I wasn't sure how much he had gotten sick. So once I went back and started to write down all the days, all the symptoms, I looked through my little like notes planner, because when he has a sick day, I don't write that in here, all of his symptoms. I write everything in my notes, and then I have an app. When he does get sick, I mark every single time that he throws up or there's a symptom. So I had that app out and I was looking through it and I was kind of freaking out about it. Like, why is this happening so much? It seems insane to me that this is happening so much. I just was worried that my main concern was that something else was happening that I could have been talking to his doctor about a long time ago that maybe that we're missing. So I was just worried that the doctor was going to say that there might be a problem. Even though while he's sick, it kind of seems like, okay, this is normal, this is routine. But after so many times, you kind of start to like get in your head about like, is this normal? Is this okay? I just don't want to be able to do something that I'm not doing. So I started writing everything down, and his appointment was on Thursday. So I'm just getting that taken care of. We had family Zoom with my brother, did couch time with my husband. Then Wednesday, I got some more Happy Mail. I cleaned the laundry room, painted my nails, and did some planner time. This was a minimum day, which all Wednesdays are minimum days, but I figured since I have the stickers, might as well use them. So on this day, Wednesdays, normally I would take the boys to get food, whichever place they picked, and then we'd go. Lately, we had been going to the park and trying to go to the playground on days where, since it was starting to get warmer and the weather was getting nicer and there's just not as many people out at that time. So that kind of became our thing on Wednesdays, to go get lunch and eat at the park and then go to the playground. But as soon as we parked at the park, PJ just said, I think I need to go home. I can't do this. And immediately I was worried because he just knows his body so well. And I was like, okay, like I didn't even ask questions, just okay, let's go home, because I knew like once he's not feeling well, it's serious. We went home, and sure enough, he like started throwing up, and it happened pretty quickly, so I was glad I just went straight home. But this one was kind of tough for me because he had just gotten sick. Like I said, it was like 2 weeks before the week of Easter. He had just gotten sick, so I thought like we were set for another month, like we should be good for another month until he gets sick again. But that wasn't the case, so I was really exhausted this day. But I did manage to film my first talk through. I had been planning to do it for a while, so I think I just waited for nap time to get that done. PJ had fallen asleep and Benny was sleeping, so I was able to film my first talk through. And then I went to sleep with PJ that evening on Thursday. So I can't remember exactly how long he was sick this day, but thankfully by his appointment he was no longer super sick. So it was probably just like overnight, like late into the night, and then by the morning he was feeling better. But of course I called PJ's school to let them know that he was not going to be going in. I was working on my Real ID application, and then I started converting the videos from my talk through. Actually takes a really long time to convert the videos and get them from my phone to my laptop. That probably takes the longest from the whole process, so I'm completely fine if that's the longest part, because it's just so much easier than my plan with me videos. But yeah, so I marked a sick day for PJ. Then PJ had his doctor's appointment, so this is where he did his vision screening, and they said his vision was like better than perfect, which was weird to hear that he had failed his screening. I'm not sure how that happened. Maybe he's just super shy at school with the whoever was doing the screening at school, but yeah, he passed his vision test. And then I brought out my list of all the times that he had been sick, all of his symptoms, all of the amount of hours he threw up, and then all of the symptoms that came afterwards. Sometimes nothing happened after. It was just completely nothing, no fever or anything. So it just worried me that initially I thought it was if he gets a fever, he throws up, that's the correlation. The fever, any reason for a fever, but sometimes there was no fever. So I showed the doctor the list, and he kind of was looking through it and said, yeah, I'm not really worried about that. He said that most kids, if most kids will throw up after they start having symptoms of being sick, but since it's a pretty consistent that he throws up before his symptoms, he's just a little backwards, I guess, is what he said. He said, I'm not worried about it. It's very consistent. He's not losing weight. He's not, I'm not worried about him getting sick that frequently, especially because he's in school right now. So thankfully during the summer, that now that he hasn't been in school, he has gotten a break from getting sick, and I think this was probably the last time that he was sick in this way. I'm not sure. We'll have to see, but yeah, he reassured me that there's nothing to worry about, but he did give me some things to look out for in terms of like what would make him worry. So I was glad to at least get, that written down so that I know for the future, if any of that started to show up, then I would be able to let him know. But yeah, that was definitely a bit of a relief. And that evening we had family Zoom on Friday. Oh yeah, so again, there was no school on this Friday. We have a thing in our county that's called May Day, so there's always like a holiday on the last, like the Friday, either the 1st of May or like the last day of April. I guess whenever May 1st falls, it's usually like the Friday of that week, and there's no school. So again, he had kind of a longer weekend from being sick, but yeah, I was kind of confused because that happened on the week of Easter also. I went to go get my real ID picture and vision tests done at the DMV. I wasn't sure if they're going to do a vision test. I have horrible vision without my glasses, so I was hoping I wouldn't have to take it. I don't mind having like glasses required on my ID because I always wear my glasses, but I think it just makes me nervous to have my glasses on at all times. I don't see any time that I wouldn't have my glasses on while driving, but that, I think maybe it's just like my eyes are really bad if I have that on my ID. But I actually passed the vision test, barely. I feel like she gave it to me at the end with one of my eyes, but yeah, anyways, I did, and then I had to go to the dentist and get some cavity redos. He said he was like redoing some of the fillings and like, I guess taking the old one. I don't know, but it was a lot on one side. I still had to do the other side of my face, so that was like part one. But also I think the most cavities were done on this day. Then I took the boys to have lunch at my mom's. We were supposed to go on Thursday, and then obviously with PJ being sick, I just wanted to be extra cautious. He was recovering this day, so we went on Friday. So, and then I have this, let's see, I have this day extender. It was payday. I got ready in the morning and I did some editing, checked all of our accounts and bills. I always like to do that on paydays just to make sure everything's where it should be. I got a ton of packages when I came back home from my mom's house. There were a ton of packages at the door, and some of them were gifts from one of my friends who I had known from when my husband was in the Navy. So that was like one of our military friends, and it's so sweet. She sent some gifts for the boys, and I also came home to the solar panels being installed. Yeah, they were starting to install on this day, and I was up late editing and uploading a video. I also wanted to mark family night. This probably should have been switched, but I didn't want to have the scallop at the bottom. But family movie night, we watched Finding Nemo. In the week that I skipped over, we actually went to the aquarium, so the boys were interested in watching Finding Nemo. I was nervous to put that on because I had mentioned in the past that PJ has a really hard time with movies, so I was worried. I was really worried about some of the parts in that movie, and I thought that PJ would not be able to, handle it very well, but he was actually doing really well with that movie. I think Benny had a harder time with it than PJ did. I don't know if it's just PJ kind of like growing out of that fear that he has had, but he has been doing really well with movies lately, although he's still pretty hesitant to like agree to watch a new movie. But for my weekend banner, I have some Simply Gilded. These two are from Sadies stickers, the past advent calendar, or this past year. And then this Hello Weekend script is from the Glitter Mama. And then I think this is a flag from the kit. So that's a really pretty weekend banner. On the weekend, I did upload a video. I did some haircuts for the boys. I have a little to clean list for this day, and then in the day extender, I made breakfast. My dad and my husband worked on fixing this planner leak that we had been having an issue with for a while. My husband finally figured out where it was and got that fixed. The boys played chess and did some puzzles with my dad, and then I did some planner time. On Sunday, I added a Hello May script from the Pretty Pink Co. My husband was sick this day. Normally when PJ gets sick, it doesn't really pass on to me or my husband, but this time I guess it did. But it wasn't too bad for him. I took the boys to meet up with my cousin and my aunt and my grandma. They were coming to visit with the new baby that was born at the beginning of the month. Wait, yeah, I think I put it in my little nephew that was born on, oh, it was the very end of the month. And then they came to meet the little baby, and then they wanted to see the boys and get to talk to them and be able to actually talk to them now that they're older. So that was really nice. I took the boys on a grocery run to kind of give, I wanted my husband to have as much like rest as he could. He had to finish his class, so he was working on a final, and I just wanted to be out of the house as long as possible to give him some rest and just some quiet to be able to do his schoolwork. But that is the end of this week. As far as my leftover stickers, I tried to use as many as I could. It's always harder for me to use like the really tiny boxes sometimes. I only really need a few of those throughout the week, but there were quite a bit in this kit. But that is the end of April, and let me go through them one more time. I am going to try to pick at least one spread out. I know for me, I have picked one spread to do Plan With Me on, and then the other 3 will be in a catch up with me video. So hopefully that will get me caught up a little bit. But like I said, my Plan With Me is always taking me forever, so I'm not sure. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed catching up with my month of April. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.